See, in your last session, we completed some basic commands from the Python. So just again, I'm going to remind you once, my friends, please understand. So the first basic Python function is what? A print function, right? See, the use of print function is simply print output in console. Suppose if you want to print your output in console, then go with what? A print function. The next function I given is what? Type. It's very, very important. So to knows, okay, types of data type, types of data type, because because Python, in Python, the variable can declare in dynamic type itself. Dynamic type. Dynamic type means what? Explicitly, we are not going to using any keyword to define our data types. Suppose if you go with Java programming language, if you want to store any number type, so they given one keyword is what? Int. Int n1 is equal to, just like this, we are going to declaring. This is what other programming language declaration. But in Python, okay, before the variable, we are not going to using any data types explicitly. So directly you can use n1 is equal to 90 value. So this is what what a dynamic type declaration. Python declare the variables dynamic type declaration. But guys, as a programmer, and manually we can easily understand. Here n1 variable having a 90 value. But 90 is what type? We know it's a number type. So programmatically you want to know. At that time, we are going to using type function. The type function tell you what type of data you stored within the variable. The next, I given the length function. So to find the length of length of a given string. We'll talk more, just understand given string, sir. The one more function I given, okay, input functions. Okay, input function. See, print is nothing but a to print our output in the console. Sometime as a developer, we are going to providing input also from our side. So if you want to provide inputs from our side, then go with what? Input function. So if you want to read the values dynamically to the program, at that time we'll go with the input functions. But input function, input function by default takes string value only. By default takes string inputs only, sir. Very, very important. So, sir, either you can give numbers or in decimal number, it will treat as a string only. So here input takes by default string input only. String input only. So we need to convert it. We have a conversion method. We'll talk one by one, my friends. This is the yesterday class. Clearly, I explain you. And before that, let me know one thing, sir. Are you install Python in your PC? Everyone? Sir, please once update me. మీరు మీ ల్యాప్టాప్లో పైథాన్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేశారా?
Yeah, I'm going to do today.
Please, everyone can do. And after installation, please once do the practice yesterday what I given. Okay, once you practice in console window, at the same time, once you practice in graphical user interface window also. And don't do delay, my friends. Okay. So this is what we call yesterday we explained that. And today I am going to explain you one more topic is called Python variables, sir. Okay. Variables in Python. Okay, variables in Python, sir. Variables in Python, sir. Very, very important. Variables in Python. Sir, understand what is variable first. Simple thing, variable is a name of the memory location. In your program, variable is nothing but a name of the memory location. And what is the purpose of variables? Simply store the values in your application. To store the values in your program. So after store, what we are doing? Simply, okay, sir, before going to performing any operations, first what we required? Values are required. Values are nothing but a data. Data is required. Okay, first you can store the data in your program. After storing the data, later you can perform the operations. So, sir, where we can store the data? Okay, in any programming language, the given the one concept is called variables. The variables is nothing but a name of the memory location. So, in that memory location, first we are going to store the values, store the data. Okay, but in which value you are going to store in the variables, that value is not fixed, my friends. According to programming requirement, the value can be changed. Value can be changed. Look here, just I am going to explain you one thing. Suppose, my friend, this is nothing but a variable. So n1 is equal to I given 20. Observe here, okay, once I declare this statement in Python programming language, then what we call? So n1 is nothing but a variable name. Please understand, it's a variable name. And 20 is nothing but a value. 20 is nothing but a value. So once we declare this statement, where it can be stored, simple, my friends. Okay, in your PC, we have some memory. What is our memory? Is a RAM memory. RAM stands for random access memory, and this memory can process our complete program. And imagine here, okay, this is nothing but a complete memory area, this complete storage area. But where it can be stored? Suppose, okay, once you declare this variable, Python programming language means Python virtual machine internally allocated the space something called n1 is equal to 20 here, sir. Observe here one thing. So in this place, okay, in this place, the n1 place is where, sir? Left side on the top. That is the location. There is a location. And so in n1, which value you stored it? 20 value you can store. Who will indicate here? N1 variable can indicate. So that's why, okay, variable is nothing but a name of the memory location. In that location, simply we are going to store one value. Similarly, suppose I am giving one more variable. Suppose n2 is equal to, okay, 20.99 I given. And this time I define the decimal point of values. And this value, for this value, our JVM, so PVM can given the space like this. N2 is equal to, okay, N2 is equal to, okay, 20 point, okay, 99 is given. So it is a location. It is a location. So I will ask you one question, sir. Sudhir, tell me, Sudhir, where is your location? Sudhir, you are from, please?
Louisiana.
USA, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here Sudhir is nothing but a value, sir. Sudhir is a value. Now, sir, if you want to find the Sudhir, what I required? Value is required. Okay, with value, okay, knows the address of the Sudhir. In the same way, okay, suppose I am going with Venkat. Venkat, tell me, where is your location?
Yeah, I'm from USA. Yes, Chicago.
Another place, right?
Yeah.
So, see, when I am telling your name, you are telling your address. So, you are from one address. Okay, so Sudhir from another address, yes or no? In the same way, so, okay, here name is nothing but your variable. Look, sir, here I am giving name is equal to, here I given within the single quote. Okay, Sudhir I given. Like this I given. Here, now Sudhir is nothing but a value and name is nothing but a variable. Sir, where I can find the Sudhir? Okay, and where the Sudhir is located? Who will tell, sir? Our variable name will be tell to us. With the name, I am going to identifying the location. The same way, so when you stored any data in your program, every data having a one unique location that is called memory location. So how to identify? By using variable name, sir. This is what variables. Sir, what is the purpose of variables? Simply, sir, the purpose of variable is what? To supply values to the programs. So without data, we can't perform any operation. So that variable main purpose is what? Store the value first. After stored, and it can provide values to the program, and that value is not fixed, sir. According to programming requirement, values compulsory will be changed. This is what variables in your Python. Then, sir, what is the syntax? So how to syntax means what? How to dictate. It can tell you it is a rule, sir. So in Python, the variable can declare simple, sir. Variable name, okay, variable name and is equal. Directly you can give the value, my friends. Variable names directly can give the values. Variable name and directly will give the values. Sometime we can declare more than one values also. Suppose second type, okay, v1 variable 1 comma variable 2 is equal to value 1 comma and value 2. Like this also you can declare. No problem, it will be work. So in v1 first value will be stored, in v2 second value will be stored, sir. What is the declaration, sir? Variable name and value. So not required to use any semicolon. Even you are not using, no problem. So v1 comma v2, okay, value 1 comma value 2. Like this we are going to declaring the variables. So here I am giving some example, you will get more clarity. Please understand. Suppose, I am giving, roll number. Roll number is equal to 120. Here roll number is nothing but a variable name. 120 is nothing but a value. Suppose, sir, I want to store more than one value. Suppose a comma b. Here a is nothing but a first variable and b is nothing but a second variable. In a, I want to store the 100 value, and in b, I want to store the something 300 value. Like this also we can declare in the variables. Please understand. Is it clear from my side? Please need a response, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so small definition, my friends, here. Okay, here I given the syntax. Look, sir. A variable in a Python is a named location used to store data in a memory. You can think of a variable as a container for holding data that can be changed during the program execution. So, which data you given in variable, that value is not fixed, my friends. Okay, that value always will be changed. That's why, okay, change means what? It is not a fixed value. Okay, and what is the syntax? Something variable name and value. V1, V2 and value. Like this also you can declare it. But here I am going to using one point, sir, very note, very, very important. See, in other programming language, when you declare the variables, sir, compulsory we are going to using the explicit notation. Suppose if you go with Java, what happened? Int roll number is equal to 120. Understand? So here we are going to using int means what? Oh, in this variable, we are going to declaring the number type of data. But in Python, we are not going to using any explicit notation, sir. Because of Python is a dynamic typed variable concept. Who will decide, sir? At runtime, Python virtual machine tells you, okay, this is nothing but an integer type. That is also based on value. So very, very important. Okay, Python, okay, can support, can support dynamic typed, dynamic typed, okay, variable declaration. Declarations, dynamic typed declaration. That means, okay, that means at runtime, at runtime, okay, Python virtual, machine, okay, machine, okay, simply we can call PVM, sir. Python virtual machine decide data type based on variables values. Variable values. Sir, are you understand these points? Please read our response. Sudhir, Mukesh, Rohit, and Venkat.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Please. This is a very basic one, sir. Okay. This is what, in Python, you don't need to declare the type of variable explicitly. It is a dynamic type. Who will decide, sir? Python virtual machine can decide at runtime. Sir, if I want to know the data type of a given variable name, in that case, we are going to using the type function. Yesterday, I told you. So type function tell you, so which variable having a what type of data type. So it is runtime we can know. This is what we call, sir, our variable declaration. The next point, my friends, please understand. So just I given the introduction and how to declare the variables in your Python. The next one, types of variables, types of variables in Python, sir. Types of variables in Python. Simply, so guys, here we have mainly, okay, in function level, we have three types of variables. But in OOPS concept, we have two types of variables. So finally, in Python, so we have five types, but now I am going to focusing on only three types, sir. The first one is a local variable, sir. What is the first one? Local variables. Very simple, don't worry. Local variables. Local variables. The second one is a global variables. Global variables. And third one is, okay, non-local variables. Okay. Next one, sir, non-local variables. Tell me, sir. Okay, how many types of variables we have? Please need your response once.
Three types of variables.
What is the first one?
Local variable,
Okay.
then global, then non-local variables.
Okay.
What is the difference on 1 and 3, sir?
Coming. First you can read us. Okay. Okay, everything I'll explain you. Very easy and very simple. Okay, tell me, sir, how many types of variables? Please read everyone once.
Local, global, non-local.
Local variable, global variables, and non-local variables. Sir, understand. See, slowly I'm going to explaining you with small programs, sir, and don't be confused your side. So simply I'm going with our Eclipse IDE. So yesterday we opened, right? Okay, ideally, sir. Ideally. And here I am taking a new program. Okay, new program. ఏమైందిరా బాబు? Right. Okay, here is showing. Go to the file menu, sir. Here I am taking the new program. And don't worry about this program, sir. Please understand. Sir, in this program, simply I am going to declaring one function. I am declaring one function, sir, please. And what is the function? I'll tell you, don't worry. Okay. But don't worry, in upcoming session, don't worry, sir. Just okay, in your Python, function can declare with def keyword, sir. Def. And my function name is something called f1. Like this, I declare. And your function body start with colon. Start with colon. Please understand. Now, sir, within this function, I am going declaring one variable. So the variable name is what something called, okay, n2 is equal to 200 value I given. Right? So this is what my function. This is what my function. And once you declare the function itself won't execute it. If you want to execute the function, compulsory we need to call the function, sir. How to call? By using the function name. Simply what I'm doing, f1, this is nothing but a calling the function. Calling the function, right? Just I declare the one function. Okay, within this function, I defined one variable. Now tell me, sir, how to declare the variable? Need your response? Sir, how to declare the variable? Need your response, please.
Print.
No.
In
What I'm question is how to declare the variable here. Variable name and value.
Where,
yeah,
yep,
variable
where,
name
okay.
and value.
Okay, where we are using where means what? Okay, that is explicit declaration. Python don't support a explicit declaration, am I right? So directly
Correct.
you can use variable name and then value, right? And observe one thing, which variable you are declaring within the function. Guys, understand. This is the function. Function name is what? F1. Inside the function, I declare the one variable, right? This kind of variable is called a local variable, sir. Are you understand? Local variable. Simply tell me, what is a local variable? So what is a local variable? Which variable declared inside the function is called a local variable. Sir, this local variable value we can access within the function only. So, okay, scope. The scope of local variable is within the function. Within the function, sir. Within the function. Please understand, not outside the function. Again, I am repeating, sir, which variable declared inside the function is called local variable. Sir, where we can access within the function only. It's just I am giving right print. Just I am going to printing the n2 value, sir. N2 value. Sir, okay, same n2 value I want to access outside the function, sir. After calling, I am going to accessing the print n2. What happened you can see. So here value will be printed, my friends, 200. But so the scope is what within the function. But outside the function, we can't access. Automatically, it will give the undefined variable name. So let us see. Simple output will get more clarity. So save this program, sir. Already yesterday I created one folder, okay, in desktop. Our folder name is, by application, and this is variables.py, and just save it, my friends. Then run your application, you can see our output. Sir, what happened, sir? So is 200 is printed or not? First time. Hello, sir. Is 200 printed or not?
Printed.
But what
Yes.
about outside, sir? Name error. Name n2 is not defined. So second time, are you going to printing 200 or not, sir?
You have to print.
What is the reason is what? The n2 is within the scope or outside the scope?
Outside.
So this is what local variable. Local variable. So I am telling one more variable, sir. Please understand. Outside the function. Outside the function. So I declare one variable n2 is equal to I given 500 value. Listen carefully. This time I define one variable outside the function, and this type of variable is nothing but a global variable, sir. What variable? Tell me. What variables are? Global variables. But the scope of global variable is we can access entire the program, sir. The scope of the global variable is entire application, entire program. That means what? Okay, we can print a global variable within the function. Okay, n1 I given. The same variable we can print outside the function also. Here I am going to printing, sir. Right? Then again you can save it. Once you can look, sir. Working or run and run model. Now tell me, sir. Here 200 is which variable? 200 is which variable, sir? Speak out, please.
Local.
Guys, huh?
Local.
500 is which variable?
Global.
500 is which variable?
Outside the global.
Again, print n2, which variable?
Local.
Right.
Local.
Now tell me, sir. So what is the scope of local variable?
Within the function.
What is the scope of global variable?
Outside the function.
Inside, outside, and inter-program also. I hope you understand. Yes or no? Guys, please need your response.
So where do you use exactly this?
Coming. So situation will become. So excellent question, sir. First, you can understand the variables and types. Okay. Time will become when I'm talking about functions concept. That time elaborate more, my friends. Understand? So this is what function concept now. Directly, I am teaching. Our it is so it's a what we call we required minimum 3 to 4 sessions are required. After that, we'll go with function, right? That time I will explain you. So in what situation we can use global, what situation we can use local, everything I'll explain you. First here understand, okay, what is local variable, what is global variable, and what is non-local variable. Clear?
And the syntax is the same. Def. Def is the
Ah,
syntax.
def is a function here, right? I declare the function here.
Yes,
First, you need
yes.
to understand what is the function and purpose of function.
Okay.
Okay, time again will become, we'll talk one day on function, sir. How to declare the function. Okay, why, what is the use of function? Okay, definitely we'll take 2 days session on functions. Venkat, please, are you following me? Need your response, sir. Others, please. So here my
Yep,
focusing
yep.
on what is the variable and types of variables. First understand, right? Guys need your response. Venkat, Sudhir, Rohit, Prasad, and Mukesh.
Yeah, understood, sir.
Yeah, I got it actually. Yep. Local
Right.
and global, I got it. Yep.
Right. The next one, sir. Next one. Okay. Non-local variable, sir. Simple, my friends. Here, what I am doing. F1 is a function. Within the F1 function, I am declaring one more function, sir. Suppose if you declare function inside the function, it is called nested function, sir. It is a nested function. Please understand. Nested function. But within the nested function, I am going to declaring one more variable. That's what n3 is equal to something called 900. And here I am going to print something called n3, my friends. And so if you want to call this function, here you can use the f2. Okay, without calling, the function won't work. Now coming to the point, sir. So N3 is now N3 variable not in local scope, even not in global scope, sir. So the scope is what? Within the nested function. Within the nested function means it is a non-local variable. Non-local variable. So simple, sir. Which variable declared within the nested functions is called non-local variable. Situation will become, so at that time we can define, sir, in development. Simply what we call, sir, non-local variables. We can access it within the nested. The scope is what? The scope is within the nested function only. Within the, okay, within the nested function only, not outside the function. Nested function only. Clear my points up to here? Please need a response. Guys, are you understand or not? Need a response.
Yep.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah, got it.
Now, 900 also is printing. Now here I am asking, 200 is what type of variables? In output, sir, 200 is what type of variable?
Local,
500,
global.
900. So what about
Non-local.
9, so local only.
900, sir? 900.
N3 equal to 900, so outside of
Non-local.
non-local.
Non-local means what? Is it within the directly within the function or within the nested function?
Within the nested function.
So nested function declaration variable is nothing but a non-local, right? And again, 500 is what type of variable?
Global.
Global. Suppose guys, after global, I'm going to accessing print n3 also. Print n3. So n3 is local or non-local, sir? Non-local. Okay, we can't access outside the function. So understand here, local scope is within the function. Non-local is what? Within the nested function scope. But global can access okay, within the function and within nested function and enter the program also. Clear my point? Sir, understand.
So here F2, you have mentioned the F2, right? The function. So
Yes.
what if I don't give the F2 below?
F2
Can you?
is a second variable, a second function now.
Yeah,
Right? Function inside, I declare the one more function.
Yeah, so if you see here, print N3 below F2, the function you have given, right? So
Yes.
that should be given, or it's a mandatory field that needs to be given, or
Yeah, okay, mandatory we can use compulsory. See,
no,
situation will become, right? First,
no. What I'm saying is, so definition function 2 you have opened and N3 900 you have given, print
yes,
N3
yes,
until that, okay, the next line F2
yes,
again you have.
I'm calling the function. So I declare the function here, right? And this
uh,
function contains group of the statement. And if you want to access this function functionality, compulsory we need to call the function this one.
okay,
Calling purpose only. So suppose you are not given F2, okay, you can't access this functionality. It won't work. Okay, you define the statements, but until you are not calling, we can't access this functionality. I understand.
okay, okay.
So we are declare the function and call the function. So we have a separate class. Don't worry about it. Function is very very important in your Python programming language, right?
Hmm.
But here my focusing what is the variable? So sir, same variable, understand. So what is the variable, sir? Just we given variable name and value. But this variable I declare outside the function, directly inside the function and within the nested function also. Based on location, I given the name. Oh, local variable, global variable and non-local variable, right?
Yes,
First understand. Clear?
yes, yes.
Sir, please, now I am telling, sir, here I given the variable. Please, here I am giving the variable. What is the first one? Tell me. What is the first one? Local variables, right? Tell me, sir, what is the definition? What is the definition? Sir, what is the definition? Which
Yeah,
variable? Tell me, sir.
declared
Declare,
outside function.
declare within the function. Yes or no? Within the function is called what we call, sir? Local variables. Guys, already I given, right? The scope of, okay, the scope of the local variables are, the scope of local variables are within the function only, right? Yes or no? Within
Yes,
the functions only. Within the functions only. Now tell me, what is second one?
global
Global variable. Tell me, what is the definition?
declares outside the function.
Hmm. Declare variable within the outside the function, sir.
Outside.
Okay.
Outside.
Outside the function is called which variable?
Global.
Global.
Global variable. The scope of global variable is what? Scope means what? Are where we can access, right?
Everywhere we can pick
Scope of global
outside the
variable.
inside the function and outside of the function
Okay.
also.
Global variables are entire program, right? Entire program. Entire program. Third one is what? Tell me.
Non-local.
Non-local variable. Tell me what is the definition?
Inside a nested function.
Yes. Okay. Which variable declared within the nested function, right? Within the what nested function is called what we call non-local variables. Non-local variables. The scope of non okay the scope of non-local variables. Okay, the scope of a non-local variable is within the nested function only. Okay, within the nested function only, sir. Okay, sir, read everyone one by one. Okay, sir, once read this content yourself one by one, sir, and just you can first understand the program clearly. I given. Okay, later I given the definition, sir. Okay, I am giving 2 minutes time. Please just you can read one by one, please. Again, I will ask you, please.
Your voice is not audible.
Yes, I am here. Okay, just okay. I given the okay. Just time to read. Okay, are you completed this one reading, please? Guys, please need your response.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. Are you understand the variables? Okay.
Yes.
Right. And before the data types are, and we have a two types of two types of variables are there. Just I'm giving fourth type is what instance variables, sir. Okay, instance variables. Okay, the fifth one is what's our static variable. Static variables. See, and this type of variables we are going to declaring in OOPS concept. In object oriented programming concept we can see. So now I am not going to highlighting these two variables, sir. Please understand. And now basically you can focus on these three types of variables only. But we have a five types. Okay, instance variables and static variable. Okay, these two types of variables we can see in class and object concepts. Means what? A class and a object concept means a OOPS concept we can see. So these two types of variables we can see within the class. Within the class. Clear my point? So when we start our OOPS concept, I will highlight what is the instance variable and what is the static variable. Clear my point from my side? Rohit, Sudhir and Venkat, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
The next one, sir. Next one is very, very important. Data types in Python. Guys, understand. Variables for purpose is what? To store the value. Am I right? To store the value. But the here store the value is go okay. But how many types of values we have? So value types. Value types. Simply what we call data types. Value is nothing but a data, sir. Data types. So basically in Python we have a two types of data types, sir. What is a data type? Data types is nothing but what type of data you want to store in the variable. It can tell you data types. So basically we have a two types of data types, sir. The first one is fundamental data type. The second one is what? A collection data type, sir. Simple thing. In Python we have only two types of data types. So this data type describe what type of data you can hold in your variable. Suppose, guys, here I am telling you, suppose, N1 is equal to 20 I given. Manually 20 is a number. It is a number type. But in program, we can call it is a integer value. It is a integer value, sir. It is a integer value. Integer value. Suppose, I given, price or I have taken the rate. Rate is equal to, 99.00. Sir, this is called manually we know. It is a decimal number. It is a decimal, decimal number. Decimal number. So in programmatic, what we call it is nothing but a float type. Float type. And sometime I want to store, B is equal to true value, or I am going to saving the false value. And this is what, sir? Boolean value, sir. Boolean expression. Boolean expression, right? So these are the values, different types of data. Basically, this different integer data, decimal data, Boolean data, collection data. So based on this data, we have two types of data types. The first one is what? Fundamental data types. Fundamental data types, sir. Sir, what is a fundamental data type? Simple, my friends. Which variable can hold a single value? Which variable can hold only one value? That is called fundamental data type. And compare with other language, what we call it is a primitive data type, sir. Primitive data types. Simple. Here I am giving, sir, which variable can hold can hold can hold single value. Can hold a single value is called fundamental data types, sir. Fundamental data types. Sometimes we can call primitive data types also. So simple here I am some example I am giving, sir. X is equal to 10. Then Y is equal to 90. Suppose rate is equal to 90.00. Guys, tell me here how many variables I declare. Tell me what is X is one variable or more than one variable, sir? Hello, tell me, sir.
One variable.
X contain how many values? One value or more than one value?
One value.
Y contain how many values, sir?
One.
Red contain how many values?
One only.
This is what fundamental types are. Fundamental types of data types. Fundamental types of data types. Very, very important for me. And you also. Guys, next point, and collection data type. Collection data type. So very, very powerful collection ones are collection data type. See, when you go with collection data types, understand. So this collection data type can store more than one value within a single variable. Then go with what? Collection types. Collection type. Suppose here I am declaring X is variable is equal to, and I given the one symbol, I will tell you there is a list, sir. Okay, 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma and 40, like this I give. Now tell me, my friends, X variable having how many values? Is it one value or more than one value, sir?
More than one value.
Then what we call collection type of data types. X contains more than one value, group of values. It is a collection. Suppose Y is equal to, I declare one more type. Y is equal to, it is a another kind of collection. So 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma, like this I declare is a collection type. Simple, my friends. Basically, within the variable can hold two types of data. Okay, if you store, if one variable contains only one value is what? Fundamental data type. Okay, one variable having more than value, what was are collection data types. These are the data types in Python programming language. Sir, what are the data types? Simple, sir. The first one is integer type. Integer type. The second one is what? Floating point. And third one is what? Boolean type. And fourth one is what, sir? Complex types, sir. Complex data types. Complex data type. And one more, suppose if you want to store the sequence of characters, then use the string data types, sir. These are the 5 fundamental data types we can use in your Python programming language. Guys, clear my point? So how many
Yeah.
fundamental types we have, sir? What is the first one? Tell me. Store the
So
pure
in general,
values.
many data types will be there.
Store the pure values. Okay, here I'm giving like 10, 20, 30. Okay, pure values you can store in the integer type. Float means what? Store decimal values. Store decimal values. Like I given sir 20.00, and like this you can store the values. This is what decimal type. Boolean means what? It can store either true or false values. False values. All are the data, my friends. All are the data. All are the data. Coming Sudhir, telling you, okay, all are the data. It is a number type of data. It is a decimal type of data and a true or false. Next was complex data. In mathematical, 10 plus something, 8j. Okay, is an imaginary value. In that case, we are going to using. These are the complex value. So when you are going to performing, mathematical operation, then go is complex. 20 plus something 7j. Complex type. The next one string. Store the group of characters. Group of characters. A group of characters or sequence of characters. Okay, in that case, you can go with our string type of data set. So these are the fundamental data types. Clearly, I will give the diagram. Don't worry. Okay, please focus on it. These are the fundamental data types. Tell me, sir, in fundamental, how many types we have? What is the first one? Tell me. What is the first one here?
Integers.
Second one, sir.
Float.
Float.
Third one is what?
Boolean.
Fourth one is?
Complex.
Fifth one is string type. So, but guys, in your Python programming language, please understand, directly we are giving A is equal to 10. But are you going to using any int keyword, sir? ప్లీజ్ టెల్ మీ మీరు వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేసే ముందు ఇంట్ అనే కీవర్డ్ ని మీరు వాడుతున్నారా?
No.
అంటే ఏంటిది? పైథాన్ సపోర్ట్ వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా టైప్, సార్? డైనమిక్ టైప్డ్ వేరియబుల్ డిక్లరేషన్ చెప్పాను కదా. అరే అర్థమైందా ప్లీజ్?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
So
Yes.
suppose, sir, I am declaring here float. Suppose salary is equal to 9,000.99 ఇచ్చాను అంటే డెసిమల్ వాల్యూ కావాలని ఏం చేయాలి మనం? డైరెక్ట్ డిక్లరేషన్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకే, అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు నో ద డేటా టైప్ ఆఫ్ సాలరీ దెన్ యూస్ టైప్ ఫంక్షన్. Boolean true or false. Sir, and you have a one doubt. You have a one doubt. Sir, what situation we can use integer and what situation we can use float? That is main point, sir. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి నాన్న, ఒక రోడ్ నంబర్ is it number or floating point value, sir? Sir, are you there?
Number.
Roll number, sir, roll number, road number, street number, and suppose age. Okay, age. In that case we are going with integer values. Sir, when you are talking about the amount, price, then go with what? Floating point values. Suppose account balance, phone pay balance, salary, bonus, price, rate. In that case we are going with floating point values. Sir, I want to check whether my value is within the condition or outside the condition. In that case, we are going to using true or false Boolean expression. Sir, when you are going to perform mathematical operation, especially group theory, then go with what? Complex value. But as a developer, we can use rare. Okay, please understand. The next ones are string. When I am talking about the name, store the group of characters. Company name, student name, employee name, street name. In that case, we are going to using with string data types. Yes or no? Please need your response.
Yes.
Sir, now I am coming some example. You will get more clarity. Sir, I am talking about the int data type, sir. Int. Simple, my friend. Int. So int is a explicit word, but in Python we are not going to use int. Okay, int can store pure data, pure values. When we use int, sir, when you are talking about the store pure values, then go with integer. Some example I am giving. So how to declare and how to use it. Suppose, sir, roll number. Tell me, roll number is equal to 120. It's a integer data types. Sir, actually, I want to know is it roll number is integer or not? In that case, you can use type function. Type roll number and type చేయండి అన్న. అప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? మన పైథాన్ వర్షన్ ఇస్తుంది ఇలా క్లాస్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఇంట్ అని చెప్పేసి ఇచ్చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఏంటిది? యువర్ రోల్ నెంబర్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఇంటీజర్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా. Understand? Now here I am going to showing you. Please understand, sir. Okay, practically I'll show you. Suppose, look, sir, here roll number is equal to 120. I give it's an integer type, my friends. Just I am going to printing to print what happened? Print okay, roll number. Sir, I want to know data type of roll number. Then use one function. What function, sir? Type. Are you understand? Roll number and type function tell you. Oh, roll number is a what type, sir? Int type. Are you understand? Guys, are you understand or not? Need your response.
Is it what type? Can you please repeat, sir? Type what?
Type can describe what type of data type what type of data you given in roll number variable. Manually,
Okay.
120 is a pure number. Am I right?
Yes.
If you want to know, what type of data? Because of, in our Python, we are not going to using int keyword. Are you going to using any int keyword along with variable? No. That's an explicit declaration. But Python won't support int. Okay, directly give the variable name and value, right? This is what dynamic type of declaration.
One question I have.
Yes.
Sir. So you're using type function the next to the print. That's good. But for example, if there is a code of 100 lines of code, so in between, if I have to understand, for example, the line number 2 or line number 10, I want to understand which function is using or which class or what it is, just like a type function. So how I can check like line number 10 out of 100 lines.
Okay, so if you basically we can write beside that one only, okay. But situation, okay, understand. So why you are not why you check in 10th line? Tell me, hero.
In general, I mean, so for example, I'm trying to understand what is the line number 10, like which type function it is using, integer or whatever it is, Boolean. I just want to understand that particular line number 10 or line number 20 out of 100 lines of code.
Yes.
So where I have to check or where I have to use this type function. Next to the line number 20, I have to type like a type.
In next line only you can write, not in 10th line. Suppose now I am giving road number is there, na? So
Mhm.
understand, road number is a variable name, right? 20 is a value, right?
Okay.
So after given this one, so and manually we know 20 is a pure number. So but I want to programmatically what happens here only you can use type simple, you can use the road number. What happened automatically? In road number which value we given, it can be describe you like this. But so what you are telling, in 10th number I want to type, sir. Okay, no one can do. But so why I given type function? If you want to know the type of value, just you can checking purpose, I am going to explaining you, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we can check in the 10th or 20th line you're
You
saying,
can
or
check
no?
there, but you can check it, no issue. But no one can do like this in 10th line, right now.
No, no, no. So to understand that particular line, I want to check which type they are using. After getting the result, I can remove that line as well, right? So that's the reason I'm asking.
Okay. So depends on your situation, you can do hero, right? May I know who is this? Sudhira? Rohit, right? Rohit or Venkat, please.
Yeah, this is Venkat. The question is, I don't know. I mean, I told you just use debug option to get whether it is which data type. So we can identify that.
So my answer is what, just we are not going to, if you want to check the data type of given variable, we are not going to writing the type function in 10th or 20 line. Okay. Compulsory we can write after that line only. And type is not a bigger function here. Just type tell you what type of data you can hold in your variable. Just understanding purpose I given the type function, right? Because of here Python is a what we call dynamic declaration. Dynamic means, or suppose if you before the variable, if you use int keyword, and you can easily understand, oh, it is nothing but a pure number. But Python won't accept the int keyword, right? As a programmer, we can understand, sir, programmatically I want to know it. In that case, we are going to using the type function. And why? So here in first line I declare the roll number, sir. Okay, after 10th line, why I want to use like this type roll number? Just you can checking purpose, you can check it. After checking, just you can comment it, right? It can be print, no issue. Venkat, clear my point, please.
Yeah, I'm clear. I am clear now.
Okay, Rohit, what about you, please? Rohit garu.
Clear, sir. I'm clear. I don't have any question.
Sudhir.
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Okay, so this is what our integer types are. The same thing we can see, we can see another type is what, sir? Okay, and boolean, what decimal number. Situation understand. Okay, when you are talking about the amount price, in that case we can go with the floating point values. Suppose here I given the rate is equal to 4500.00. Guys, we know a rate is a variable name and 4500.00 is nothing but a decimal number, right? Manually we know. Sir, I want to know is data type. Then what? Use type and use the variable name. What happens, sir? Tell me. Rate is what type of data type? Sir, rate is what type of data type?
Float.
Float.
Float. Now, if you want to print that value, print, just you can use the rate. Just we are printing that values. So why I am telling you, okay, if you want to know data type of given variable value, then use the type function simply. Because of we are not going to using float keyword along with variable name. Along with variable name. This is the second type of okay variable declaration data type, sir. The next one I am talking about the complex, sir. Okay, complex, right? Okay, COM is equal to 10 plus okay 9J is a complex type. Sir, I want to know is it complex or not? Type of COM, sir. Okay, complex data type. The next one, okay, print, and see, just you can use the com. Like this, it can be printed. So we can use this kind of values in group theory, in mathematical group theory, sir. Okay, in program we can use rarely. So suppose when you are going to working with group theory in mathematics, at that time we can use the complex values. Complex values is the third type of fundamental data type in your Python programming language. So clearly I given with example, please understand. The next one I'm talking about the okay Boolean value. Suppose B is equal to here T is uppercase, sir. Please understand. B is equal to true. Sir, I want to know type of data. Okay, type function you can use, just you can use the B word, sir. Is a bull. Suppose B2 is equal to I given one more value. Okay, false value I given, sir. You want to know the type of B2, again it is also bull. Just I am going to printing, sir. Print B comma B2. Both are I am going to print any time, sir. True and false is going to printing. Just I declare the variable and I am going to knowing the type of variable and printing the values. Printing the values. Just understand how we are declaring and how to know our data types and how we are going to printing the data type when we are going to using the fundamental data types, guys. The next one, okay, I'm talking about the string type. String types, sir. So suppose name is equal to in Python string can declare two ways, within the single quote and within the double quotes. So I'm going to using the single quote. So here I'm going to using my name, okay, Sairam. Like this I declare. Sir, we know manually group of characters is nothing but a string. Sir, I want to know type of data type. Then what happened? Type, just type and use the variable name is called name. It is a string type, sir. And if you want to print this one, print and name, sir. What happened? Sairam is going to print it. Suppose here I am giving name2 is equal to double quotes. I given Charan. Like this I given, sir. And if you want to know type of that one, name2 you can use string type. And you can print both also at a time. Print, okay, name, comma, name2 also. Automatically two values will be printed. Yes or no? Guys, are you understand how we are declaring the variables and how to know the data type and how we are going to printing? Yes or no? Guys, please need your response.
Yep.
Yes.
I understood.
Okay, Prasad, Venkat, please everyone.
Yes, sir.
Any queries about this one? Fundamental type? Sir, any queries about fundamental type? These are the fundamental type. I'm talking about collections, sir. Simple. It is a separate topic, will take minimum 3 to 4 days, but here I am giving the definition, sir. Suppose if variables, okay, having a more than more than one values, then go with collection data types, sir. Collection data types. Collection data types. The collection data types are, first one is list collection, set collection, tuple collection, and dictionary, sir. And range also will come within this here only, sir. These are the collection data types in our Python programming language. Clear my point? Please need a response, everyone, sir. Hello, sir. Tell me.
Yeah.
List can declare with square, okay, and set can declare with okay, set can declare with curly brace, tuple can declare with parenthesis, and dictionary can declare with curly brace, but with key and value pair, it is a map. It is what we call map object. Okay, very very powerful. And range can display the sequence of numbers. Sequence of now range is a function actually. It is also display the range of functions. So these are the collection data types. It will take 3 to 4 days time. List, set, and tuple is very very important. So this is the story about our data types in our Python programming language. Guys, please yes or no. Sir,
Yes.
based on data type, here I given type int a is equal to 10, okay, integer number, float, okay, decimal number, string, text or string, boolean values, okay, list, okay, square bracket 1, 2, 3, tuple, parenthesis 1, 2, dictionary, key and value pair, set, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay, none type is what? None, sir. Okay, even this one also I am going to sending you. This is the data types in our Python programming language. Clear, please? Up to here, need your response.
Yes.
Venkat, definitely I'll use debug option also, please. Okay. So when I start program, I will show you how to debug our program. So just I'm going to explaining you basic things now, right? Okay. How to trace the code, definitely I'll teach you. Okay, definitely. Okay, while we are going to writing the code, definitely I will tell you how to debug our options. Venkat, are you understood from my side? Please need your response.
Yep, I understood.
I'll show you. Okay, I'm not going to writing the code. Okay, which question you raised you, definitely I will give the answer. Okay, not now. Okay, within 2 days I will give the answer to you. Right? Definitely I'll debug line by line and we can trace our code also. Sudhir and Venkat and Rohit, are you understand? Up to here, need your response.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. So do one thing. Yesterday already I told you, sir, you guys are everyone install Python software in your PC. And so here I am going to sending the notes. Okay. And which thing I explain you in session, please, you guys are also do practice. Then only you can easily remember all the functions. Okay. And tomorrow I will ask you, okay, what is the variable, types of variables? Okay. What is the purpose of variables? Okay. And what is the data types and types of data? Everyone you must be give the answers, right? Any queries, please ask me.
No.
ఏం క్వెరీస్ లేవా మీకు అర్థమైందా అసలు బాబు క్లియరా
Yeah, yes. Today's session is really lot of things we'll discuss in good. But we have to
So
practice until
only if we start the real-time process, or probably we will get some questions.
yes okay first we need some basic things request now that's why I'm going recalling this all those things, right?
Yeah, so the definitions are good, but as I mentioned, so if how they going to be used in real time and how they going to utilize. So why I asked that question is, so if can I use it in the middle of them? So I do have an existing code, one of my colleagues' laptop. If I have to test it, like can I use the type function in anywhere? So that's the reason I was asking.
Just anywhere we can use, no problem, but suppose you declare the variable in first line, right? You are
Yes,
checking
yes,
in 100 line, is it used, my friend? Definitely you guys are confused now.
yes, yes.
So if you want to if you want to know that variable type, and as a other person, he want to read the complete code. Arey, where he given where he given the name variable, and why you are checking 100 lines, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm not giving the answer to you. So what I'm so if you have a doubt, no, everyone have a doubts. What I've been telling you, okay. So if you want to know data type or purpose, beside you can write. We have a comment section now, right?
Mm,
In comment sections, definitely they can use it as a developer. When I'm writing my program, okay, this is what we call it's a Python. So function one declaration, and this function purpose is what? A simple uploading the data or uploading the file. Every programmer compulsory they can use some convention. Why they declare, what is the purpose? Definitely they can use, right?
yes, yes.
So why I given comments here? Coming to the point, Venkat. So I'm going with your program. So when I declare the variable, I given some comment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why I given? So I'm debugging or not?
Yeah, yeah.
What is the reason? Oh, so once you see, this is what global scope. This is what local scope. This is what non-local scope. Am I right?
Yes.
Suppose I am telling you one thing. So you declare the entry here, but this variable definition I am giving here, is it any use, sir? So here I am going to using. Then how other person can understand, right? Here I am telling
Yes.
you what n is just here I am giving what, sir? N3 is equal to 900 is a non-local variable. Are where you declare, my friend? Okay, in fifth line you declare. Imagine, but you given the definition in where? In 100th line. Am I right? And if he want to know again, he can go to bottom to top here. Venkat, understand?
Yes, yes.
Sudhira, Venkat, right?
Sudhir, Sudhir.
So better to use beside only.
Okay.
So then only readability will be increased now. You can understand, and other developer also can easily understand.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, it is.
That's why I'm not giving the answer to you. So situation will become so we can debug these lines of code also. How it is going to executing first. Okay, we can trace it. I will show you how to trace the functions, how to trace our code also. So which line is coming first, which line is coming first, which one is coming next line. So how it is going to evaluating, everything we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
That is tracing and debugging concept. Every programming language it will give that option, right? So here we have run, okay, check customizing model. We have options here. Okay, tool tabs. Okay, let me check where it is. Okay, sure. Expand. We can run customized like this. We have, okay, we'll see. I'll tell you. Okay, don't worry about it, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you then.
So we'll meet in same time with, okay, other topic. Have a nice day.
Thank you.